Start with universal. Repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayesu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Okay. So, thank you all for joining Sunday Beach program. I know we are all busy with the Janmashtami promotions. Janmashtami promotions. With the busy schedule, we are all going out and actually going out and trying to invite people for Lord's birthday. A lot of people will think that it's a very material service, right? But it's not a material service because, you know why it's not a material service? Anything connected to Krishna is never material, right? So anything connected to Krishna is never material. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart to all the people who are actually working tirelessly to bring people, invite people to Janmashtami. So in this world, a lot of people say that it's Krishna Janmashtami, even we say that, right? Krishna's birthday. But actually, Vaishnavas say that it's appearance day of the Lord. Right? And we have to understand that. And how do we understand that it's the appearance day? Does anyone remember the shloka in Bhagavad Gita? Janma karma cha me divyam evam vedi karmada tetvadevam punarjanma naitima eti so Arjuna. Right? He says that those who understand by transcendental birth and activities, right? We don't take birth again. We come back to my goal. Right? So we have to understand that. And thank you so much for that. And today class, I thought that Kunal Prabhuji, I thank Kunal Prabhuji to give me this opportunity to speak. And Prabhuji actually asked me to speak on Krishna Katha. But then I went back and checked that tomorrow is Balaram Jayanti. Right? And a lot of us don't know much about Balaram. Right? So as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we have to understand the importance of Balaram Jayanti. What is Balaram Tattva? Right? And today's class, I thought I'll focus more on that. Because a lot of times, even for me, some of the information was very new. Because initially, when I started off, it was more on Krishna and Krishna Leela and philosophy related to Krishna. But then in Bhagavatam, in 10th canto, we actually get a detailed information as to who is Balaram, what is his tattva. Right? So today we'll focus more on that. Okay. So everyone knows about this Leela where Kamsa is actually waiting for Devaki's son, right? He's waiting for the 8th child to be born, right? And he has killed all the first six children. Right? 7th kid, what happens? The child will know. Devakis moved to Rohini's Mata Rohini. Right? So what happens? So in this, Krishna is actually before the 7th child pregnancy, Krishna is actually instructing Yogamaya that my plenary portion is going to take birth, right? And he calls him by two names, actually. Do you know what the two names are? Bhagavatam is mentioned. It's Balabhadra and Sankarsana, right? Does anyone know what is Balabhadra? What is the name of Balabhadra? What is the meaning of Balabhadra? One who has got excessive strength, both material and spiritual, right? And he is also considered to be Adi Guru, Balaramji, or Daoji, as you are called him. And I think few days back, actually, Harish Prabhu has sent me a message. Probably, do you know who is the first Guru? I thought I was actually waiting for some profound wisdom from Prabhuji. But Prabhuji's next message was Adidas. Adidas. Right? So thank you for so first servant, I think first servant, yes. Thank you so much for that. So he calls him as Sankarshana and Balabhadra. So Balabhadra we all know. So he calls him as Sankarshana, Balabhadra and Rama, three names. Right? So Balabhadra everyone knows it is the strength, both spiritual strength and material strength. And Sankarshana is why is he called Sankarshana? Anyone knows the meaning of Sankarshana? No? So let's do this. We'll just attract. Someone who is attracted from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. Right? That is called as Sankarshana. So can you all repeat this shloka from the 10th canto, 2nd chapter, 13th verse? Repeat after me. Garbha Sankarshana Tamvai Rahu Sankarshanam Bhave Rave Vilokarumana Balabhadram Balochare. So, translation and purpose by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. So, translation. Can someone read the translation?
The son of Rohini will also be celebrated as Sankarshan because of being sent from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, who is called Rama because of his ability to mix all the inhabitants of Gokula, and he will be known as Balabhadra because of his.
Thank you so much. Someone wants to read the purport? Oh, increase font is it? Prabhuji, how do you increase font? Can you read now? Is it visible? He's coming to the center. Just tell him where it is. Yes, thanks so much. So yes, Sankarsana, everyone knows the meaning of Sankarsana, is attracted from the womb of Devaki to Mata Rohini, right? So that is why it's called Sankarsana. So another misconception that Srila Prabhupada talks about is that people in general think Rama is to be Lord Ram, which is right. Lord Ram, Rama is Lord Ram. Dasharatha Nandana, Ayodhya Ram, it's Rama. But there are other meanings as well to the word Ram, because it comes from the verbal root Ram, which means pleasure. Like you have Radha Raman, right? Someone with Radharani, who enjoys with Radharani, is called Radharaman. Right? Similarly, Rama also means Lord Parshuram, Balaram, and who else? There are four actually. Who are the four Rams? Ram, Lord Ram, then Parshuram. No, that is Ram, Lord Ram. Balaram, and there is one more. As Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who is it? Ram for us. Krishna. Krishna is also with Radha Raman, so we can take it. So in Hare Krishna Mahamantra also, there are people who take the Hare Rama as Lord Ram, as Balaram. So it depends on the mood, right? There is no problem in taking that as such. But as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we take it as Krishna only. It's Krishna, and Hare Rama is both as Krishnas, right? So he's called Rama also because he gives pleasure. Pleasure to whom? Pleasure to the Gokul people. The people in Gokul. Yeah? So that's why he's known by three names by Lord Krishna. So what does anybody know? So there's so many trivia questions I'm asking because some of them are very new to me. So does anybody know what is the age difference between Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna? No? Bhagavatam says, Srila Prabhupada says it's 15 days. 15 days. So it's 15 days. So if you see all the milestones that Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna went through were quite similar. The crawling, getting up, walking, running, and all that were quite similar. Right? It's just 15 days elder though, but what happens is still Krishna, in the Vedic culture, people actually respect. Even if you were like few minutes earlier, they used to call as Daoji or elder brother. Now what happens is, they are 4 5 years elder also, we call them by name. Right? You see that? Vedic culture, we don't use them. Now you see, we call parents also by name. Some of them in US and other abroad countries, they call their parents by first name. Right? Slowly it was mother, father, it became mom, dad. Now I think they call by first name. Right? That's how it has been. So a lot has come to our land also, where we're also getting influenced by all this. Right? So, while this was, so when Krishna was born, after Balaramji and Krishna was born, so the Namkaran happened, and Namkaran happened for both the boys together. So we have to understand the age difference has to be somewhere close. That's why 15 days, right? So before the Namkaran, the Lord Krishna actually killed 3 demons. Does anyone know what are the 3 demons? First one, I think everyone knows. Putana. Second one, cartwheel demon name Shakatasur. Third one, whirlwind demon, who is it? Trinavartan. Okay? So 3 demons Krishna had killed, and then they had the Nam Samskar or Namkaran. Right? So Namkaran actually, Nand Maharaj actually had requested Gargamuni. So Gargamuni is the chief priest in Yaduk land. Right? So requested Gargamuni to come and do the Nam Samskar for the boys. Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram. They weren't called Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram. But Gargamuni said that if I come there, there will be a lot of issues. Because since I am the chief priest of Yaduk land, and if Kamsa's people know that I am coming, then he will think there is something related to the Yaduk land. So he said it's very difficult for me to come. He will actually ask for unnecessary risk. If I come to Braja, Gokula, and actually do Nam Samskar. So when Nanda Maharaj said, we will do it chup chup ke se. Right? We will not let anyone know. But we have to have you and for Nam Samskar. So there are so many samskaras actually in the Vedic days people used to follow. Even before conceiving a child, they were Garbhadan Samskar. Once the child is conceived, there are so many samskaras while the pregnancy is going through. There are samskaras after the children are born. There are samskaras after our death also. So Probably my son will do it for me someday. Right? So, so there are sanskaras for everything in our life. Right? Not many people follow it now. Very less. Few people follow it right now. So, so in this naming ceremony, so that's why there was a mention in Bhagavatam that all the milestones that were taken by Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna were very similar. Right? They were crawling, walking, turning, and all that. Right? The milestones that we see in base of the general world. The same thing with Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna as well. And while the naming ceremony was happening, Gargamuni also comes up with three names, if I'm not wrong. It is three names. So what is the first name that he calls? I'm talking about Lord Balaram today. It's because Balaram Jayanti tomorrow. So let's focus more on Lord Balaram. And I'll also tell you what is the difference between Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna. Right? It is very important to understand that. So he says, the first name that he calls is Bala. Right? Everyone knows why Bala, right? We already discussed because of his strength. Right? Both spiritual, he gives spiritual strength to people, and he has got a lot of material strength. And the second name is Ram. Ram is because he gives pleasure to Gokul. Gokul Vasis. And then what is the third name he gives? Sankarshana. But in Sankarsana, Gargamuni is the Sankarsana, and what is the meaning that Gargamuni gives? Does anyone know? In the, I think in the 10th canto, 8th chapter, Gargamuni actually talks about it. Where Krishna, in this chapter is Krishna shows his universal form. So in this, he says Sankarshana as, he says he's the one who actually unites two families. What is the original meaning, Sankarshana? One is attracted from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. And here what Gargamuni says? Connects to two families. Why this difference in names? Meaning of the names? Anyone knows why the difference? Okay. A little history actually goes. You see, there are, if you know, there are two dynasties, right? One is Surya Vamsha and there is Chandra Vamsha. Who is from Surya Vamsha? Lord Ram is from. And Chandra Vamsha, who is from Chandra Vamsha? Lord Krishna is from. So there was a king called Devamedha. Right? There was a king called Devamedha. And Devamedha, since he was a king, and at that time, particular time, it was a culture to actually marry many queens. They had many queens, right? And when they had many queens, one of the sons was called Shursen, right? And Shursen's son was called Vasudeva, right? And Devamedha's Kshatriya wise son is Shursen, his son is Vasudeva, and then comes Krishna. I'm just trying to build a connection here. And since he was a king, he had many queens. He had a Vaishya queen also, from the Vaishya clan. And from there, he had a Vaishya. From there, he had a Vaishya from the Vaishya queen that he had. He had a son called Parajanya. And from Parajanya, he had actually 5 sons. Out of that, the third son was Vasudeva. Right? Okay. Did I just, from the third son was Nanda Maharaj. Okay, I'm just getting confused here. So again, from the Kshatriya clan you came to know, right? Devamedha, Shursen, Vasudeva, and Krishna. So in Devamedha, and from the Vaishya clan it was Parajanya, and then Nanda Maharaj with his 5 brothers. And out of the 5 brothers, Nanda Maharaj was the third one. And still he was voted unanimously as the king of Praja. Because he had all the qualities that were required to rule Praja. So now you know, again, how the connection happens. Right? So Devaki, Nanda Maharaj was from the Vaishya side, and Vasudeva was from Kshatriya side. And who connects them? It was Balaram. So that's why it's called Sankarsana. Right? So this was a new learning for me because I didn't know. Because already, because I think various classes that we have heard, we understand Sankarsana meaning is someone who is attracted from Devaki's womb to Mata Rohini's womb. Right? So what is Krishna? Krishna is Kshatriya or Vaishya? Kshatriya? Who says Kshatriya? Raise your hands. Who says Kshatriya? And who says Krishna is Vaishya? Nobody says it. So Krishna is neither Kshatriya nor Vaishya. Krishna is Supreme Lord. So the Varnas and Ashramas are actually built for the people in the material world. So he is above the material world. Right? So Krishna is supreme, so he doesn't pause. So this is for maintenance of social order, need of morality, to keep upkeep dharma. That's why we have the Varna and Ashramas, right? Which ultimately leads to supreme law. But Krishna doesn't fall under any of this. But since he was in the material world, he appeared in the material world, he played the role of both the Varnas. While in Braja, what he did? He herded the cows, he was with the cowherd boys, he did all the duties that a Vaishya clan should do. And while he went to Mathura, Dwarka, what did he do? There he went as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So there he was a prince. Right? So you can understand in two ways that Krishna is neither Kshatriya or Vaishya, but when he appeared, he did both the roles. Right? And there was, this is not there in Bhagavatam, but this is why one of the our Acharya Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami says that, go a little back, that when Vasudeva and Devaki were in the prison, right? Everyone knows, right? Mata Rohini is also Vasudeva's wife. So Mata Rohini used to go there and to serve them, right? And that was the time when she also conceived. So Devaki Mata and Rohini Mata both were pregnant at that point of time. And Vasudeva realized that if Rohini also stays here, it will be a little difficult because Kamsa, we never know how Kamsa is, right? He's already ordered that kids to be killed. And if he understands that Rohini is also pregnant, what if his mind changes, tells that kill that child from Rohini as well? Right? So he said, Rohini, you don't come here, you move to, and he spoke to Nand Maharaj and he moved her safely to Gokul. Right? And at that point of time, when the whole, what do I say, the change of womb happened. Do you know what was how many months pregnant was Rohini Mata? Does anyone know? It was 6 months. She was 6 months pregnant when Lord Krishna said that my plenary portion will take birth. Right? My plenary portion will take birth from Rohini, and my complete portion will take birth in my plenary portion will take birth in Mata Devaki, and the complete version will take birth in Rohini Ma. Right? So it was 6 months when the transfer happened. So 6 months when transfer happened, when the plenary portion joined the complete. Right? And it says, Jiva Goswami says that after 6 months, since it looked like an apparent miscarriage for Kamsa, Devaki Mata's pregnancy looked like an apparent miscarriage. He already had doubts. Then he heard from everyone that it was unfortunate that there was miscarriage. He was quite happy also that he didn't have to kill anyone, and by nature he died. So this happened, and 6 months after 6 months, since the transfer happened, Devaki Mata again conceived. Who was it this time? Lord Krishna. So when the transfer happened from Mata Devaki to Rohini, I'm talking about Balaramji, how many months more was he in the womb of Mata Rohini? Does anyone know? 8 more months. So it was 14 months. Now Balaram was in the womb. Totality of it. Right? That's why. That's why this went. So 14 months. So that's why the age difference is also there. It was 15 days age difference that we are talking about. Oh, really? Oh, even longer time. You're not coming out. Even Sukhdev Goswami was there. For many years actually. 12 or 14 years. Sukhdev Goswami was also in the room. He never came out. He was scared to come to the material world. Then I'm safe here to pray to Lord. I'll keep sit here. Then ultimately they got him out. So, here we just spoke about how, though it was only 15 days difference, Lord used to actually call him with love, Daoji. Right? Everyone knows Daoji. Balaram is actually famous by the name Daoji. Now we got a little history. Now let's get into a little philosophy to understand the tattva of Lord Balaram. So let's be a little be in attention and listen to this. Okay. So Krishna is supreme, right? And does anyone know his original form of Krishna? What is his original form? Original form. What is it? How many hands? Original form of Krishna, 4 hands. 2 hands. Original form of Krishna is 2 hands. And where is he? Always. In Vrindavan. So Krishna had 2 hands with a flute in Vrindavan with gopis is his original form. That is called Swayam Rupa. If you read Bhagavatam, 10 canto, the entire description is given. So that's why it's called Swayam Rupa. Right? So Lord actually manifests. There are a lot of manifestation that he does. Manifests in the sense he expands. So manifestation, another name of manifestation in Sanskrit is called Prakash. Right? So Prakash has various other meanings as well. One of the meanings is manifestation also. So for Swayam Rupa, there is a manifestation called Swayam Prakash. Okay? Swayam Prakash, from there, that's his original manifestation. And from there are other manifestations that comes into picture. The first manifestation is Prabhav Prakash. You can write this down. It is Prabhav Prakash. So in this, the form is all identical. The form is identical and the mood is also identical. Right? So this manifestation, the form is identical and the mood is also identical. This is from Prabhav Prakash. Can anyone tell me, in Vrindavan Leela, in Braja Leela, where does this manifestation take place? Same form, same mood. Krishna himself. But he takes forms. In the same form, in the same mood. No. As Leela. So when he actually expands to be with all the gopis, right? That is called Brahma Prakash. Right? When the form is also identical, mood is also identical. It's the same Krishna. Right? From Brahma Prakash, there comes the next manifestation, which is called Vaibhav Prakash. Can I write this down? It's called Vaibhav Prakash. So here, there is slight change in form and slight change in mood as well. Who is that first manifestation here? Who is it? Slight change in the form and slight change in the mood. Who is it? Whose birthday I'm going to celebrate tomorrow? Is Balaram. Right? So he is the Vaibhav Prakash manifestation of Swayam Rupa Bhagavan. So in Bhagavatam, everyone knows Bhagavatam, there is the Chaturvihar, that the whole creation that happens, right? How it happens, right? From the right side comes Balaram, from the left side comes Radharani. Right? And from Balaram comes the fourth. Who is that? Sankarsana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva. And then the next, from Vasudeva comes the next, which is Mahavishnu, Narayan. When Narayan comes, next Chaturvya. Again the same thing. And from Sankarsana again comes Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Jiva Dakshaya Vishnu. So this is how the Bhagavad Gita is organized. Right? So Krishna is the Vaibhav Prakash. Right? So Krishna is the Vaibhav Prakash. So the progression takes place. This is a deep topic actually. I think we'll need a bigger class to actually understand how this works. But I'm just giving you an idea. And here we understand the tattva of Balaramji, the Vaibhav Prakash. Yeah, that is the manifestation of Lord Balaram. In Bhagavatam, it is said that there is no difference. Actually, there is no difference. There's only a slight difference, actually. And that's in form. There is slight difference in form. With what is the difference? Let me ask you. What is the difference in Balaramji and Krishna? Can anyone tell me? Complexion. Yes, you're right. Lord Krishna is dark in color, and Balaramji is white in color. Right? No difference in potency, strength. Yeah. So both of them are Bhagavan. If you see, both of them are called Supreme Personality of Godhead, but one is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one takes another mood. Balaramji takes a different mood. So there is one which is yes, I think. So one this is color. Color is the difference. Another is the mood. So Balaramji is called the Supreme Personality of Servitude Godhead. He takes the position of a servant. Right? So Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj has said that Krishna is Sevya Bhagavan and Lord Balaram is Sevak Bhagavan. So Lord Krishna is the one who is to be served. That's why it's called Sevya Bhagavan. And Balaramji is a Bhagavan, but is in the mode of serving. That's why it's called Sevak Bhagavan. So when Krishna wants to serve himself, he expands. So nice, no? Wish we could do that. I just want to sit on the couch, and if I could send my expansion to do all my other work, can we do that? Wish we could all do that, right? But Lord can do that, right? See, the Lord does all this because there should be rasa. There should be some kind of thrill. Otherwise, it's very plain, right? So why there's a lot of people ask, no? So if you go to Brahma Jyoti, you're happy. There's nothing to do there. But there is no bliss. Why there is no bliss? Anyone knows why there is no bliss? For a bliss to happen, there should be two people. For reciprocation to happen, there should be two people. So that's why in Srimad Bhagavatam also Brahmaji says that those who attain the Brahma Jyoti, right, they also fall down after millions of years. Because as a soul, as a spiritual soul, it's innate that we need to serve. It's innate for us to actually look for love. Right? Everyone knows that 3 steps of realization, right? First is what? Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. Right? So I'm talking about the Brahman, the people, the yogis who are actually looking at the effulgence of the Lord and want to unite. Right? I'm talking about that. So everyone knows now came to know about the Vaibhav Prakash manifestation of the Lord, right? That is Lord Balaram. Now, we have to understand how he's serving. Right? He is Bhagavan. And his service is also complete. It's called his service is complete. Why is it called that his service is complete? Does anyone know? Because he serves the Lord in all the 5 rasas. All the 5 rasas. What are the 5 rasas? Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. He serves Lord. Now we will have many questions. Madhurya, Shanta, right? For me, I had this question by Madhurya. How Madhurya? Shanta I had actually heard about it, but Madhurya I had questions. Well, I'll explain it to you how he's actually serving Lord in all the five rasas. You can write it down. So in the Shanta rasa, Balramji is the one who actually expands into Goloka, Vrindavan and all the Vaikuntha planets. Right? Bhagavatam, it said that he is the one who is actually expanding into the spiritual planets when the creation happens, right? So he's actually expanding into all the spiritual planets as Goloka Vrindavan. And what is the form of Goloka Vrindavan as mentioned in the Shastra? Does anyone know? What is the form? It says it's a lotus form. It's a lotus form. So daytime it expands, nighttime it contracts. Just like how we have sunlight, sunrise, and sunset. So it is expand and contract. So Balaramji is the one who actually takes part in most of the day. He provides a platform for Krishna to actually do his pastimes. Right? So if Krishna wants to go to some place from here to another A to B, so Balaramji sometimes wants to make it very simple for Krishna. So he contracts. Makes it very near for Krishna. And if he wants to talk to Krishna, he expands. Right? Another way of Shastra how Balaramji actually, it is said that he actually expands into everything, all the paraphernalias that are there to serve the Lord. If you look at Lord's dhoti, if you look at even Mridanga is said to be a manifestation of Balaram. All the paraphernalias that you see, his bed sheet, everything, all the manifestation is actually Balaram. So when you go to a temple, and when you sometimes you have seen, no, they give you either the garland, either a piece of cloth from the Lord. So that is actually what understand is the mercy manifestation of Lord Ram. Right? That's how he serves Krishna in Shantarasa. Which is the next one? Dasya. So Dasya is how does he serve? Anyone knows how Lord Balaram serves Krishna? So there are so many games also, right? There are so many games that the coward boys are actually playing. So sometimes there are games where Lord Balaram loses also. There is an arrangement that Lord Balaram will actually massage his feet. So these are all the agreements between Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna. Right? Now you would have seen that big picture where actually Krishna also massages Lord Balaram's feet. Right? It's an agreement between them. Right? So they are brothers, and being an elder brother, he still massages Lord's feet and playing. And also Nasiris, because Lord Balaram is also considered as Adi Guru. He is the one actually who is actually helping us in spirituality. It is said that Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. Right? Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. A lot of us don't understand this, and we keep the book in the shelf itself. It is said Balaramji is the one who gives you the power. A lot of times we see that Srimad Bhagavatam is only in the shelf, gathering dust. To pick it, open, and read the pages. Who gives the strength? It is Balaramji. That's why it's called the Adi Guru. Spiritual strength actually comes from Guru. And why is it under Dasya? Does anyone know? Why is it under Dasya? Guru, but still under Dasya. Why? If you ask a Guru, who is he? What does Srila Prabhupada say? I am the servant of the servant of the servant. So that's why it comes in Dasya. Though he's the Guru, he is actually servant. Right? So you have to understand that if I have got Bhagavad Gita, if I have got Bhagavatam in my house, and I'm not able to, I'm not getting the mood to actually read, we are not getting the mercy of Rauji. It's very important to understand. Even when we are doing our arti, everything, all the paraphernalia is actually Balaramji. Now, what is the next one? Sakya. in Braja, this is very predominant for Balaramji. Sakyaras. You can give me example, Sakyaras. Everyone knows, right? Sakyar. They're always playing all the pastimes that we do, butter stealing, everything Balaramji is there with Krishna. Yes, he takes part in he's always complaining also, no? To put him in trouble. He's the one who actually, so there is a lot of friendship. In friendship also we have, no? Sometimes we are angry with our friend, sometimes we are very happy with our friend. So that kind of exchanges is there with Balaramji and Lord Krishna. Right? Which is the next one, Vatsalya. Can someone explain how Balaramji is serving Lord in the mood of Vatsalya? Balaramji is always very protective of Krishna. Always very protective. It is said that Balaramji is always with Krishna except for one day. You know which day that is? That he is not with Krishna? His birthday. Yes, he's right. Balaramji is not with Krishna on his birthday because that day Rohini Mata actually catches him and tells you, today you can't go. Today is your birthday and I have to give you a bath and we have to celebrate. So those days, Vedic days, it is the culture that parents used to give bath to the kids in fragrant oils and various other things and then celebrate the birthday. Not like how we celebrate our birthday right now. It is very different. Now, if you see, birthday is more of actually getting the cake and blowing out candles. If you actually understand, if you light the lamp, it's considered to be invoking auspiciousness. Now, what do? We're blowing out the auspiciousness. So, when initially, in the Vedic times, everyone used to light a lamp in front of the Lord. Now, we light lamp and we light a candle and we just blow it out. We don't want the auspiciousness. Right? And also, Vatsali Bhav is very protective, and that's the only day that Balaramji actually doesn't go with Krishna. And Balaramji also is very angry. Sometimes he gets very angry with Krishna also. So during Krishna's birthday, also Balaramji tells Subala to tell Krishna that he is not supposed to go to forest today. He has to sit at home only. Just go and tell him. So, like an elder brother, authoritative. He tells Subala to go tell him that I have to. Right? He has to stay at home. Maya Yashoda will take care of him. He doesn't have to go to forest today. Krishna is actually waiting to go to forest, play with his coward boys and be with cookies. But that day, he says that's a rule that Balaram is. Right? It's okay. Now, the last one, Madhurya. Anyone knows how Lord Balaram serves Krishna and Madhurya Rasa? So, Lord Balaram actually expands himself to Manjari called Ananga Manjari. And he serves the Lord. You know what Manjari is? Manjari is the one who is actually serving the gopis and sakhis, their assistants. So Radharani, she has got many sakhis, where is the sakhi, Vishaka sakhi. Under them come Manjaris. And under them there are various steps of people, gopis who are actually serving. Like our Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami was Manjari. It is said Bhakti Vinod Thakur is also a Manjari. He says he actually gives it away in actually one of the prayers, I forgot the prayer, where he's actually serving Ananga Manjari. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is actually a Manjari in the spiritual world serving Ananga Manjari. So all the acharyas that we have in Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, most of them are Manjaris. That can be found in the scriptures. Right? And that's how Lord Balaram actually serves in 5 different rasas. Another question that I want to ask. How many qualities do we have? How many qualities does Krishna have? 64? 84? 64? So Krishna has got unlimited qualities. Right? Right? He has got unlimited qualities. Out of that, cheap qualities are 64. Jiva, how many qualities? How many qualities do we have? How many? We have all the qualities. Who says we have all the qualities? Who will agree to that? Okay. 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 The answer is 50. We have only 50 qualities, and that too not in full. And that too, some of them have not. It's like a seed, even now. So we'll only show few qualities out of that. Even the 50 qualities are there, we may show 2 or 3 only. But it's there. But Krishna has all these 50 qualities also within that 64 in full. Lord Shiva, how many qualities do we have? 55 qualities. Lord Shiva has got 55 qualities. Right? And much to a higher degree than the Jivas. But not in full, but a very high degree. And to an extent, Lord Brahma also has that many qualities. Lord Narayana, Mahavishnu. How many qualities does he have? 60 qualities. Mahavishnu has 60 qualities. And to what degree? He has 60 full. Mahavishnu has 60 full. And Lord Krishna has 64. What are the 4 qualities, extra qualities that Lord Krishna has? Veena Madhuri. Venu Madhuri, sorry. Veena Madhuri. Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Leela Madhuri. No, that is Bhagwan's. That is the definition of Bhagwan. This is 4 extra qualities. One is Rupa Madhuri, one is Leela Madhuri, one is Venu Madhuri, and one is Prema Madhuri. Okay, these are the 4 extra qualities. So, does anyone know what is Rupa Madhuri? What is the Rupa Madhuri? What is it? The form of the Lord is very sweet. Lord Krishna's form is very sweet. That's why it's called Rupa Madhuri. Venu Madhuri. What is Venu Madhuri? Yes. Playing on flute by Krishna. It's very sweet. What is Leela Madhuri? The pastimes of the Lord. Right? This Bahal Leela, butter stealing, being with the gopis, playing with the covered boys. These are all very sweet pastimes. Prema Madhuri. What is Prema Madhuri? Last Leela is then his interaction with his devotee, his gopis. That is called Prema Madhuri. So why it is said that Lord Vishnu, doesn't he have Rupa Madhuri? Doesn't Lord Vishnu have Rupa Madhuri? Don't you think Lord Vishnu has a beautiful form? Of course he has a beautiful form. It said that it's not as beautiful as sweet as Krishna. Not as beautiful, as sweet as Krishna. What about Venu Madhuri? I'm saying Balaji Venkateshwara saying Venu Madhuri. Lord Narasimha playing Venu. No, we have it, right? So that's right. That is sweet for Krishna. What is Leela Madhuri? We don't know. Mahavishnu has done so many Leelas. Isn't that? So it is said that it is not as sweet as Krishna. His Bal Leelas. What are Prema Madhuri? Don't you think of Balaji, Lord Vishnu has so many devotees, right? But the interaction with Krishna and devotees is not as sweet as that. That is the only difference. Otherwise, there is no difference between Lord Vishnu and Krishna. It's the same. It is only these extra 4 qualities. Yes, Prabhu? He listens. He listens to Lakshmi Mata, and so he lets Leela. Right. So, uh, so it is just this we have to understand why Lord Balaram is actually so important um, tattva for us to understand. Because even while we are doing our devotional service, it's very important to know what is Lord Balaram's position, right? In a way, we are serving when we know. So when it comes to Gaur Leela, everyone knows Balaram. Who is Balaram in Gaur Leela? Nityananda. Now, Balaram's manifestation as Ananga Manjari, that is spoke about Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari also has a role to play in Gaur Leela. Do you know who that is? This was new to me. I just learned it yesterday. Which Madhuri? No. Ananga Manjari, she's taken part in Gaur Leela as well. As what? As Nityananda Prabhu's consort. Nityananda Prabhu has two consorts, right? Vasudha Devi and Janva Devi. So Ananga Manjari expands as the two consorts of Nityananda Prabhu. Right? And let me ask you this. We spoke about 64 qualities. Balaramji, how many qualities he has? What ask this? What is how many 60, how many qualities? All is what? How many? 64. Who agrees to Prabhuji? 64. 64. Okay, the hands are not raising. Only few hands. Actually, Balaramji also has all the 64 qualities. But again, with a slight difference. It's not as sweet as Krishna. So now we all know the qualities and the differences, right? And Balaramji is constantly in a mood to serve. Constantly in a mood to serve. Though he comes into this material world as Lord's elder brother, his mood is to constantly serve Lord. There are so many instances where Balaramji actually chastises Krishna also. Right? There was an instance where, if you see, Balaramji actually is very merciful also. He took, whom did he coach in during the Kurukshetra war, before Kurukshetra war? Who were his two disciples? We taught the base. Duryodhana and Bhima. Does Duryodhana reserve Guru like Balaramji? So Balaramji is actually very merciful. Right? Though he liked Duryodhana's technique more than Bhima's raw one, he used to constantly love Duryodhana. And I think last when Bhima actually kills Duryodhana by hitting the thigh of Duryodhana and breaking it, Balaramji was the one who actually raised questions as to why this is not right. And again, there is lots of philosophical answers that Krishna tells them and specifies it. Right? So there are it's fine, it's fine. No, no, it's okay. Large photos only will come, right? Yes. um, so he is very merciful, very merciful. If you see, there was a Leela where everyone remembers the Krishna Rukmini Leela. Krishna actually takes away Rukmini and marries her. Anyone knows Rukmini's brother's name? Rukmini. In fact, there was a time where Krishna wanted to kill Rukmini. But Balaram is the one who actually stopped it. It's okay. Let's not kill it. He felt merciful. And he's the one. If you see, and at a later point, he understands that Rukmini is the one who's, at a later point, Rukmini is very corrupt. Yeah, he was not a person of good nature. And again, still, Balaram was very merciful that he didn't want to start killing him. But at a later stage, when Balaram also understands, there is a leader where Balaram understands that this particular person is not improving at all. He is getting worse. Balaram actually kills him also. Right? If you see God Leela also, who is the one who is actually very merciful to Jagai Madai? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to kill. He had taken out his Sudarshan Chakra. Who is it? Who actually wanted? Jnana. So if you want mercy of the Lord, you have to take Balaramji's blessings. It is very important. Like how he was merciful to me, like how he was merciful to um, Duryodhan and took him as a disciple. There are so many leelas of Balaramji which we actually don't talk about. I think there is one more leela where Duryodhan actually kidnapped Lord Krishna's son Samba from, and there was a big leela where Balaramji wanted to get him back and they didn't agree. So what is Balaramji's weapon? Does anyone know what is Balaramji's weapon? Hal, flow. सबका हल है उनके पास में से बलराम जी है so he got so angry with Hastinapur people. You know what he did? He hit the hull, Hastinapur ground. He pulled Hastinapur entirely. He was actually going to drown them in Ganga. That's the power of Ramji. As Ananta Shesh, he's actually holding the planets also. So you can imagine the power of Balramji. He is the Vaibhav Prakash manifestation of the Lord. As powerful as the Lord in potency. So with the plow, he pulled the entire Hastinapur and he was going to drown them. They all fell at his feet. There is a pastime where Lord Balramji was a little angry with Yamuna Devi also. Right? And Balramji was, he had, so there is a misconception that Balramji was married to Varun Dev's daughter, Varuni. Right? And there is a drink also named by Varuni. Right? And Balramji had that, and people feel that he was intoxicated. But if you understand what is Varuni made of, it's made of camphor, honey, and various other things. There is no intoxicated materials in that. The people of this world want to ensure that gods also did this so that they can do it. So they put their thought into it and say that. So he had the Varuni drink and he was in the banks of the river Yamuna and he wanted to take bath. And he ordered Yamuna Devi, come this side so that I can take bath. Yamuna Devi was thinking, why? So these are all leelas. Yamuna Devi is also an associate of Lord. So these are all leelas for our understanding. So one may think, and Balramji was very angry that Yamuna Devi is not listening to him. That he wanted to take bath and Yamuna Devi is not coming to him. So again, what he did, he took his plow and hit and pulled Yamuna Devi this side, to his side. A lot of people think that Balramji, इतने छोटे से इशू के लिए इतना गुस्सा तो मेरे को भी नहीं आता. You have to understand, whenever Lord does something, it is for the benefit of others. So with that plow, when he pulled, there were many tributaries were formed of Yamuna Devi. What happens in Shastra? It's said that whoever takes bath in Yamuna Devi, more than Ganga, Yamuna Devi is supposed to be. In Shastras, it's mentioned that Yamuna Devi is more purified. So there were more tributaries, and this was for whom? For all the people of the world to purify themselves. So when Lord gets angry also, you have to understand it's for the benefit of that particular person or for the entire person around, entire people around, for the whole people around. There were so many things, right? Even when Lord kills. There was this question by, I had heard this in one lecture, and so Lord reciprocates the way you reciprocate to him. What is the shloka? That is the, so however you reciprocate, that is the way Lord will also reciprocate. So there was one devotee who asked, there was one lecture, that when Lord, if you are angry with Lord, you want to fight with the Lord, Lord also fights and kills him. So can we follow the Lord? So this is what Lord does, right? He reciprocates the way other person is reciprocating. Can we do that? And that Maharaj who actually spoke, he said Lord can do that because whenever Lord is angry and he kills someone also, where does that person go? What is his gati? He reaches the spiritual world only. So that's like a mercy only. What happens when we kill someone? Jail or the next month we go down, degrade ourselves more and more. So some of the things we have to understand why Lord does it, why we can't do it. Right? We have to understand in that way. I'll stop it. Just want to let you know that Janmashtami is coming up, and it's very important for us to. So everything that we are doing for the Lord, all the infrastructure, all the decoration that we are going to do, it's all the mercy of Lord Balaram. We have to take it in that mood that we are serving through Balaram, serving Lord Krishna through Balaram. So it's very important. Right? We just see Lord Krishna, pray to him, but not much of us know much about Balaramji, who is there next to him wearing a blue dhoti in a white complexion. But you have to understand he's Lord himself. But just that his mood and his color is different. Mood is that of serving the Lord, who's Krishna himself. It says, Bhagavatam itself, it says that Krishna, when he wants to serve himself, he becomes Balaramji. There is no difference. So as Janmashtami is coming up, it's very important for us to actually go into that mode and serve Lord and be thankful to Daji that he has given us this opportunity to serve Lord through him. Be it arranging the big hall, be it arranging the big infrastructure for the Lord's service, it's all because of Ramji. Right? And I thank you all. We just have 7 more days, 8 more days for Janmashtami. And I see so many of the devotees actually coming out and giving away pamphlets. I request if you have not come out and giving out pamphlets, it is a very important seva. Right? It is a very important seva. See, it is said you are also one of the gurus. I forgot the name. What does anyone remember the name? The first guru who actually shows the way. Prathama Pradakshika. Right? That is the way. So he may not be from a sampradaya. He may just be a normal person also. See, I may have come from Janmashtami by a normal person who just gives a pamphlet. He may not be a devotee of the Lord. And I took the pamphlet, I read it. Okay, fine, I'm interested. 26th August, okay, I'll go. And I come to Janmashtami. I come to Janmashtami, I'm so happy seeing the Lord. I'm so happy to see all the things that are happening around him. Then I decide, let me start with Gita course. And we start with Gita course, we understand the philosophy in a better way, and we become a devotee. Who was his first guru? It was that person who actually gave him the pamphlet. Krishna says, Nimitta Matram, you act as an instrument. It is a very important seva. Going out and giving pamphlets, please don't consider it as something very material. It is not. Out of the 1,000 pamphlets that you are giving, maybe you are making 1 or 2 devotees. And this is the biggest seva that I can actually do. And Krishna says in the 18th chapter, whoever gets my devotees closer to me, whoever spreads my knowledge is very dear to me. So let's not go with the mindset whenever we see a message, oh, aaj bhi karna hai. See, I know everyone is busy. It's very hectic also sometimes because we have to manage as grihasthas, we have to manage our house. We have to manage so many things, our kids, it's very difficult. Yet I see so many people coming out and I get inspired. Yet I am not able to do as much as you are. So I thank everyone who's actually making up time and giving this so much importance. Because ultimately what goes with us is the service that we have done. The service that we do is certainly counted. You don't need to think that what are senior devotees, will they see if I'm doing service? No, if senior devotees might not even see it. You don't need to worry. But there is one person who will never miss it. Who is that? It is the Lord. Because He is always there with you. He will never miss it. Whatever you do. Let's go out, distribute the pamphlets with the mood that today I go at least with this pamphlet, I am able to serve one person, make him a good devotee. And if you are able to make a good devotee, you are actually purifying that person's life. Right? So I spoke about birthdays, right? How birthdays are actually celebrated. Like at times now, birthdays become more of an ego. How I am the center of attraction. People are going to come. They're going to sing happy birthday to me. Right? Birthday in the ancient times, it was more of getting ready and taking blessings. Blessings of the elders, blessing of the Lord. That is very important. That we don't do it right now. We are actually counting only the material gifts that come. What has this friend given me? What has that friend given me? Based on that, I'll give the next gift to him. It's a 500 rupee gift. I'll give a 500 rupee gift to him. But the biggest gift is the blessing. There was in Srila Prabhupada's, when he was in Vrindavan, there was um, a businessman who came and he said, Prabhuji, Swamiji, आप मेरे सर पे हाथ रखो मेरे को blessings दे दो कि मेरा business बढ़ जाए. The Prabhupada gave the blessings. He told bigger blessings than this is the words that are coming out of my mouth and the words that you hear. That is even bigger blessings. So blessings from a senior or a devotee is very important. But even bigger blessing is when you actually hear the vakya that is coming out of the mouth of the Guru. Right? That is the even bigger blessing. So whenever, let's all try, and I'm not saying that don't celebrate birthdays, please do celebrate birthdays. It's very difficult for the kids to actually understand because they have been brought up in a certain way, but maybe we can make the mild changes. Right? Small changes can always help. And when they are kids, it's easy to mold them. Yeah, it is very important. Otherwise, it's how do we? Because this was there always, and Westernization came in so much that we are so influenced that we forgot our culture. Right? Getting up early in the morning during birthday, taking bath, and then taking blessings of mother, father, and the Lord. Lighting a lamp, not blowing it out. Don't blow it. Right? Lighting a lamp is inviting auspiciousness. Blowing it is blowing away auspiciousness. Okay? So I thank you all. And next 8 days, let's all focus on getting maximum number of people to Janmashtami. See, it's not that they will become devotees. At least let them have darshan of the Lord. That is very important. Becoming devotees is all Lord's plan. We will do our best. We will endeavor, we will do our best. Right? Becoming a devotee is again mercy. Is again dependent on the security that she or he has. Right? But as devotees of the Lord, as Vaishnavas, we take an extra step. That is very important. Whatever we have gained, the knowledge that we have gained, we are not supposed to keep it in our head. What happens if we keep all the knowledge? Today I got so much food today in my plate, so much food, and I don't eat it. I keep it for a few days. What happens? It's rotten. It's the same thing, right? It will not purify you. If you don't spread it, it won't purify you. All the knowledge, because there are so many people who have read the Bhagavad Gita, right? Who read the Bhagavad Gita. But the realization and knowledge actually comes when you actually start preaching. Preaching in any small way is preaching. Telling a small kid also to do a certain thing is preaching. Telling someone to say Hare Krishna is also preaching. Everything that we do, telling offering class, it's all comes under preaching. So let's do our bit. 8 days more. Let's get out. It is our Lord's birthday, our beloved Lord's birthday, the Supreme Lord's birthday. And everyone, the entire galaxy is actually celebrating. Right? And it is our duty to actually celebrate in a very good way. So go out, let's give away the pamphlets, let's pray and go out. We should be in that mood that we pray that today I'm going to do the pamphlet that I go, it should touch someone's heart. And they should be able to come to Janmashtami. Go with that prayer and then go and distribute. Even if you don't have time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, still it's fine. Donate and distribute pamphlets. How much of a time? Or if you are busy with some work, you are going somewhere, take the pamphlets and start distributing. If it's somewhere within our vicinity, right? Take the pamphlets and distribute. No problem. There are so many Matajis who are actually going. Extra step they take is when school is leaving, right? They go and meet the parents. So many of them. So many devotees' photos I see on a regular basis. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, they are still there. They could have gone out, they could have done various things, but that's where they prioritize. Because they understand the ultimate aim of life is what? Is service of Krishna. Right? And whatever way, I'm not telling you that you just entire day you have to do this. No. We can always prioritize our time. That is very important. See, when anyone says that they don't have time, it is their very bad management of time. That we have to understand. Everyone has time. We can make time. Krishna is Kala. Right? Krishna himself says, Kalosmi. Right? He himself is time. So we can make time if we manage ourselves better. It's not that I do it, but we can do it. I'm also struggling in that aspect. But certainly, if we put our head into it, we can certainly manage our time wisely. Yeah? And thank you all for listening to me. I thank you all for the opportunity. And sorry if I made any mistake. So, and if any of the points actually you liked, it's because of our seniors. It's because of Bhagavatam. And if any mistake that I've done, please forgive me. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments you have related to this or otherwise?